Hello, everyone. My name is Riley Stearns. I'm here with Karen Gillan.
Hello.
We're making a movie here in Tampere, I got to say it right, Tampere, Finland.
Tampere.
And called Duel. And while we're here, we also thought it'd be nice to talk about our short films as part of the XYZ Next series.
That's right. So we're going to talk about my short film, Conventional.
Conventional.
Which I made, okay.
Was it 2015?
It must have been 7 years ago.
It's kind of crazy.
No, 5 years ago.
But yeah, we are interviewing each other and just more of a conversation, just talking with a friend about movies.
That's it. Totally not intimidated at all, by these cameras around us and everyone staring.
Definitely. Well, I loved Conventional. And
thanks.
And it was so much fun.
You know what? I just hate that title. Right off the bat, coming in swinging.
What would you call it now then?
Axe Wound.
Axe Wound.
Which is what I'm going to call the feature that I developed from that short.
Wait, is this the thing you just finished writing?
Yes.
That was one of my questions I was going to ask.
Yeah.
We'll get to that then, because I do want to ask you about that and hear about that, but especially because it involves the short.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that I took from this firstly was that your tone is very you. Like it's such a weird blending of humor that's dark but also funny, and I think it makes sense that we work well together because I think you're coming from a similar place in terms of what you're looking for in terms of feelings.
I definitely love your tone in your movies. I feel that we probably execute it very differently, but I love that angle of things.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I like looking at things from a different perspective, and your film, even though it's a horror thing, is very funny, and it also has this surrealism to it too. Like even the way that all the close-ups of the Stumacs, the way that they're reacting is so over the top, but it works.
Yeah, or just deadpan. It was one or the other, and there was never a realistic in between.
Yeah, and it's so different from your feature. Like me, you want to do different things each time, and it seems like your feature is very you in some ways, and then this thing, even though it's so different, is very you in other ways. What about do you find that you want to kind of jump around? Is that your goal going forward? Or
I don't know if I have any sort of strategy for that. I'm not I don't want to overthink it in a sense. I just want to tell stories that I'm intrigued to tell. And then I want to serve the story in the best way possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to put my own spin on things too, in my own style. Because it is kind of like being a showman, a director. You are entertaining, and people have chosen you to be the director for a reason. So you should probably put your perspective on it.
Yeah.
I would say Conventional, the short, is probably more me than the feature.
Okay.
The part is just beginning. I think I sort of maybe needed to veer away from my style in order to choose to come back to it.
Okay.
But I do like the sort of more surreal, dark, awkwardly funny, cringe.
Yeah.
My favorite TV show is probably The Office, the UK Office.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
And just real.
It's funny that you say that because with Self-Defense, my second feature, I had a lot of people calling it cringe, and I never thought of it that way, and still don't. So it just shows that there's various levels of how cringy something is.
And some people don't like cringe. I'm uncomfortable.
The Office makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
It does.
And I love that about it.
I do too.
No! And there's a lot of screams. I have loads of screams. There's a little one, and then there's a long one,
Also, we talked briefly about this while shitting in a mental institution for Duel one day. You're maybe not going to direct yourself in the feature version then.
Never again. I'm going on the record.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm probably going to do it.
Maybe don't make that as a full-on claim.
I know. I don't know why I keep doing this, but I'm trying to say it as publicly as possible
so that you're kind of
so that I don't do
accountable.
it. Yeah, because honestly, it's really hard to direct a film. It takes everything you've got, right?
Yeah.
You eat, sleep, and breathe it.
And when you're the lead.
Yeah, and when you're the lead of a movie, it takes everything you've got.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds like you're going to go about it the right way, though, and then you're just focusing fully on directing.
I mean, you have to if you're going to really do something unique and special, I think.
Yeah, I think that's really cool that you're kind of putting yourself in that space. Conventional does not feel like a film that was just put the camera there, put that there.
No.
It feels like you came in with a plan that you executed, and whether you got everything that you wanted is another question, but you made a movie that was deliberate. And I wondered what your kind of process is coming into something. Do you shot list? Do you storyboard?
So I storyboard everything myself. like every shot.
Wow.
So I did that for my feature.
Wow.
I can't even tell you. I was on the set of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, in between just like drawing terrible pictures, and there was hundreds of them.
Oh my God.
But then I could watch the whole movie.
Yeah.
So that developed unconventional, where I was like, I don't want to go in there and just not know what I want to do. And so I just drew it.
Hi, how are you?
Ready? Ah! Next!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The lips are such a specific choice. You even have a very long close-up of them.
I know, falling off, actually.
Yeah, I was wondering about
that. They were falling off, yeah.
well, okay, wait, so who made them, and what's the story behind it? Because it fits the character very well, but also they're so aggressive.
They're a little unrealistic. I wish that they'd been slightly more realistic, but we didn't have any money.
Yeah.
So I got them from a Halloween store for $10
Oh my God.
and just stuck them on.
Really?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like on our film Duel, we've got Sala, who's this genius SFX makeup artist.
No, I didn't
You
have
bought
any money.
Okay.
There was no money. So it was like, but I need her to look like she's been really affected by the convention world and having been a star and not anymore. And so I guess I was like, the only way to really, really show that very instantly is for her to have really botched plastic surgery.
God.
But like, if I could have reduced them slightly, that's one thing that's something for the future.
Yeah. So
But I don't think it'll be me, so maybe
There you go.
maybe we won't need that.
When they do have things that you can, like, I worked at Urban Outfitters when I first moved to LA, and there was a point where they sold this stuff that you put on your lips that made your lips like react and they would puff.
Oh, like chili or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Is that enough of a look, or is that? Did
No,
you
I
still
wanted
want it to
really
be more?
extreme, because they were like, oh, you can do this Kylie Jenner lip challenge, which was around at the time, which was where you like suck into like
cup?
a glass or something.
yeah,
And I was like, absolutely not. I'm
Yeah.
not going to have lips like that after the shoot.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I'm just going Halloween lips.
Oh my God, amazing. So wait, okay, so let's talk a little bit about the feature, because you, right before you got here, you tweeted, I think,
I finished.
You finished it.
I freaking finished.
And can you talk a little bit about like what the plan is for it, or is there really a plan in place
Well,
yet?
we haven't really we haven't even sent it out yet.
Okay.
But I am
Well, you
so
kind of came
excited.
straight here. That's part
basically.
of why, right?
So
Yeah.
I think we would like to attach cast first. I don't know. Apparently that's a good plan.
Yeah.
But I finished it. It took so long to write because I guess I didn't really know what I wanted it to be. And so it went through many different iterations. And then finally we've landed on this completely berserk, weird script with a lot of action, actually.
Have fun.
Action.
Action.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because it's with an axe.
I get it.
I don't know how I'm going to do that, because an axe actually doesn't do, you need to really hack at things, don't you? For an axe to, so that will come into play.
I will do anything for a fucking compliment. Are you horrified yet?
And then any other plans? Like what's after, you've got that on the horizon, finishing up Duel.
Finishing up Duel, and then I go maybe to another MCU movie.
Yeah.
And then after that, maybe I'm going to have time to get back in the director's chair.
It's about time.
Is it?
You're definitely like, it's time for you to
I'm
do it.
raring to go. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time to really make something that feels like very, very in my style.
Yeah. I feel like with Duel, I was so scared coming into it. Like, as you always are, you're like, what am I doing the night before? You wake up and you're like, why the fuck am I putting myself in this position again? Oh, this is gonna suck. What if I'm not good enough? And then you start doing it. Yeah, I think we all have imposter syndrome to a certain degree. I know that I do.
I don't have that.
Good. No, I wish I was that
have it in
way.
other areas, but not there.
That's a really great thing to have then, because
Or I'm just walking around fully like just ignorance is bliss.
Well, you plan things, it sounds like, too, which is, I think, important, and not everyone does that. But I'm so excited. Once I get going, then I can't wait, because I'm already like, what am I going to do next? I got to figure out the next thing. So
Do you know what the next thing is going to be?
No clue.
No clue.
We in the last interview, we talked.
said.
I was like, it'd be cool to do a period piece, but
You should totally do a
I
period
just don't
piece.
know what kind yet. So figuring all of those things out. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Cool.
Should we thank Sauna Kuma for hosting us for these interviews? I think we should.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sona Kuma.
It's just been a delight, and they've got cold brew here, and nobody in Finland has cold brew, so
Yeah, cold brew, and you're making us sweat. It's everything.
we're gonna sweat after this. Yeah, because there's a sauna here.
Right,
we're gonna
yeah.
use the sauna,
No.
and we're gonna jump in the river
That's
out
not
there
what
too.
I'm going to be doing.
Yeah,
at all.
you're going to leave. Yeah.
Definitely not.
Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
This was amazing.
Fucking random stew max for money. Yes, that happened last night. And yes, if you see me after, I can probably work out some arrangement for you.